So welcome back to the 10-6 diaries. So I'm just going to start off with Monday's training. So on Monday I went to the Emirates Arena to get some sprints in because it was raining outside and it was cold and just the conditions were not optimal for sprint training. So I just wanted to get some good quality reps in here. So the session was 3 times 20, 30 and 40 metres, and I ended up coming away with my second fastest 40 metre time ever. And it's quite interesting because I just always seem to run well at the Emirates Arena. I think it's just sort of the fact that there's always like training groups here, and I guess it just like adds to sort of the like motivation and like adrenaline of the session. So yeah, was very happy to come away with that and to kind of see, it's been really nice to sort of see the progress after the injury, like coming back after that. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to opening up over 100, which will hopefully be the 29th, as I was saying last video. So yeah, that is the plan, but I just need to watch myself because I'm still dealing with a bit of adductor tightness. So it first cropped up on that Wednesday session from last video. So I was doing the 50s and I was feeling really good, hit 10 meters per second in training for the first time again. And then on the final rep, my adductor just seemed to like tighten up a little bit about 20 meters in, but I still ran the rest of the rep and felt like reasonable afterwards. But yeah, it was just sort of like tight after that, so I just rested up, did like a sort of basic circuit the day after that just to get the the blood flowing, get a bit of movement in. And then I think I took Friday as a day off. Then Saturday I did some jumps, and Sunday was another day off, and then I was back to training on the Monday, which was that session there where I ran my second fastest 40 ever, and I was feeling good during the session, like there was no tightness present. And then again, the same with the weights, like doing the pulls there was no tightness, during the squats there was no tightness. It just seemed to be like the next day my like lower body felt like it had been through hell, like my calves were sore, my hamstrings, my quads, my adductors. And I didn't really think much of it, so I just sort of like rested the next few days. The plan was to do training then on the Wednesday, but I pushed it back another day to the Thursday because I was just like way too tight to do it on the Wednesday. And I was hoping that I would sort of be recovered enough to get the training session done on the Thursday. So went to the track, did my warm-ups, did a 3-point stance, 10 meters, still feeling quite tight. Like I felt tight going into the session, but sometimes you'll feel tight and then you'll warm up and it'll kind of like dissipate a little bit, but it didn't really seem to dissipate. Did a 10 meter block start, again still felt pretty tight, and then did a 20, did a 30, and I just kind of, after the 30 I just decided I was going to cut it because it just didn't feel like it was going to be a productive session. And I felt like I was putting myself at more risk of injury, and sometimes you've just got to be mature about things and just like know when to push and know when to cut something. So that's what I ended up doing on that day. So like a positive to take out of this session was that I was running 4.14 for the first 30 meter block start of the day, which like 4.14 was roughly my average training 30 from last year, when I was sort of in like sub 11 shape. So I've got to really take away the wins and take away sort of the positives. But yeah, it was just annoying to have to cut the session. I wish I could kind of not have these problems, but I think they ultimately make you a better athlete, make you just a more resilient person in general. So yeah, it's been like super annoying with all these like little things, but I'm sure as long as I can, I'm sure once I can string together a few months of healthy training, I'll be in really good shape and ready to run some quick times. But I just have to trust the process and be patient with it. But yeah, so the adductor tightness, it seemed to kind of like persist a little bit, but I'm just going to be smart this next week and hopefully I can still open up on the 29th, but I'll maybe have to slightly adjust this if I'm still feeling tight, because yeah, I think it's just important to be smart. As I say, I don't want to be getting injured this early on in the season. But yeah, I think that's really been it for everything in this video. I don't really think there's anything else I need to say, so thank you for watching and enjoy these calf raises to finish off.